in the biz.
Evil genius, what up?
Best in the world.
Real talk, the metaphor messiah. Live and full in effect.
I'm the
Best in the world today. Let's go.
Can't help but win. Real talk, had to let the monster in. Put the crown on my head like Hendrick did. Now my pockets all swole like Psycho said. Close to catching that deal. I ain't gotta lie, we keeping that real. I ain't never say I'm close to your idol. Go LeBron James for that title. Just that go hard, I never go home. Got my eyes
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and we are live right after SmackDown. I'm in a miserable amount of pain. Yeah, that my voice really cracked there. An immeasurable amount of pain here. 4 o'clock in the morning here in Germany, but I'm here with you guys. There's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Well, let me tell you something, dude. You know, there's nowhere else in the world that I'd rather be than with you guys. Talking wrestling, talking SmackDown. We're live. We're going to take your calls, your questions, your concerns, your hopes, your dreams, your quips, your put-downs, your disses, anything that you possibly have. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. And we're going to start. We're going to start because this SmackDown, I don't know how I feel about it. My biggest issue with this SmackDown, and this is going to be, this is a weird one. This is a weird way to start, I got to admit. Weird way to start. But my big problem with SmackDown, the thing that killed me for this show was goddamn the commentary. It's not that Ranello is bad. Ranello's the only good bright spot of this commentary. He just does not work with these two because they don't know how to shut the fuzz up, man. These two do not know how to get off this man's dick. Jerry Lawler as a heel at this stage in his career is worse than he's ever been in his life. It is worse than he's ever been in his life. Jerry Lawler is done. He's finished. He told the exact same jokes again. He's worse as a heel than I thought there was no way he could be worse as a heel than as a face. But them turning him heel to me at this stage was just like, okay, it's because this is last ditch, and it feels like it's last ditch, and it feels like he knows that this is the last ditch effort. He's going to be going to the damn pre-show booths, and that's it. And you know what? That's already bad because he got Booker T and his sucky ducky quack quack. Booker T needs to be fired. He needs to be gone. Do something else. Manage somebody. I don't give a shit. He needs to be gone. Lawler gone. Saxton backstage fucking interviews because he's really good at it. Corey Graves, Mario Ranello, I can tolerate Michael Cole if you want to keep him in one role. I don't mind JBL that much when he's under control and he's in a two-man commentary. So this is what I would do. Mario and friggin' my man, yo man, I forgot his name, that's why I'm stretching. I'm stretching. From NXT, Mr. Corey Graves. Mario and Corey Graves on Raw, JBL, Michael Cole on SmackDown. That's what needs to happen. It's the only goddamn team that'll work because they killed a lot of this show tonight. Byron Saxton and Jerry Lawler. Jerry is terrible. Oh, it's bad. Quick shout out to everybody in the chat. Yes, you know what, Adrian Alex Poe, you're 100% right. Renee Young needs to be in that mix too. 100% right. Renee Young needs to be in that as well. Wherever you want to put her, I'm fine with that too. Big shout out to everybody in chat. Fake ass twat, Josh Lyons, Adrian Alex Poe, Enrique Vieira, Matt Ernie, Old School Matt, Daniel Hoover, Clinton G, Kelvin Acosta, Gun Cannon, Terry the Snow Queen, Elantoni Prod, I don't know. Marcus Ryan, O Wolfgang, we got all kinds of people. Joseph Martin, Sal Cajeda, my man, yo man, the copious graphics guru. Marcus Ryan, Jesus, Michael Guinness, we got all kinds of people up in here. Thank you guys for hanging out with your boy, Dead on Dave. Now, overall, this SmackDown was not a bad one. I don't think there was really anything that was overwhelmingly terrible. Joseph Mart, what's up to you too? I don't think there was anything that was overwhelmingly terrible about SmackDown. I think it was pretty damn good. Aside from that ending, the ending just in and of itself. The whole main event. Okay, if you want to talk from just a pure wrestling standpoint, I'm cool with that. I could say, okay, the wrestling match wasn't that bad, but how many times can we see the same damn thing? Does a SmackDown ever end in a finish, like a clean finish? Is there ever, every single SmackDown ending, it's a 6-man or 8-man tag, and it's a DQ ending. It's the exact same thing. And then, like, I'm watching this, and, you know, Y2J and Reigns and Ambrose, they don't look that bad. The Wyatts are doing Wyatt things. Then they beat them down and all of that. And then it's like Vince said, you know what? Kill the show. And out comes the goddamn Big Show. I was like, what? He's face again? I thought burying the goddamn social jobbers, as Josh liked to call them. I got heat for it too. The social outcasts, who I really like. Burying them was one thing, but now being back into a main event situation, I don't understand what the hell the thought process is. Why keep bringing him back? Why keep putting him in situations to make everybody else look shitty? I don't get that. What's the point of having that happen? I don't get it. I don't get it, and it makes me crazy, but that's all right. Let's get into the copious amounts of notes so we can take your calls, all right? Let's start with the copious amounts of notes, and then we will get to your call. So let's get right into it, and let's talk about this show. New Day kicks off the show, and they're trashing Rocky, and which is great, but they do it in a really weird way. You can tell that SmackDown is definitely more PG than Raw. Hell, after this week's Raw, where I'm happier about Raw than I was when I watched it. As I rewatched it, Raw was really solid. It was really solid. It was funny. There was a lot of good stuff. And then the New Day coming out calling him doo-doo. And it's funny because it's so ridiculous. That's why it's still hilarious. But whenever you put The Miz in it, it just makes me want to... Oh, we got our first donation of the night. Holy crap. Clinton donated $1. Hey, my cousin Darren says, hey, Dave. What up, cousin Darren? You're my cousin now, too. What up, cousin Darren? Darren Cuz? What's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. We get, you know, the Miz comes out, and I thought that was bad, and then we get the Usos, and I'm just like, no. And then Titus O'Neil, which is the whole point of the segment, it turns out. Titus O'Neil is the only name that matters. Even Dolph Ziggler doesn't matter. Dolph Ziggler's there for the pop. He's there for the cheer, and that's about it. Look, so we get the opening match, The Miz, New Day versus the Usos, Dolph Ziggler, and Titus O'Neil. Not a bad match at all. Everybody got offense, but this match was to put over Titus O'Neil. They have a push in mind for Titus, and as long as Titus keeps winning these dad awards, and you know he's fathering the world right now apparently, and you know he's going to continue to get this huge push, and he's winning matches. He's not just beating Cody Rhodes anymore. Now he's getting wins over the New Day, and it's good. It's a good thing because I think this is do or die for Titus. If Titus is going to get that big push and he's going to become a main event star, it's got to happen now. It's got to happen now. If it doesn't happen now, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So I'm hoping for the best for him. He's still limited in some ways, but I don't know. I do like him, and I like what he brings to the table because he's so goddamn big and athletic. I do like him. It's going to be interesting to see where they go. The match was fairly decent, so I don't shit on the main at the opening at all. I thought it was fairly decent. I didn't like some of the things in the promo, which I thought went on a little bit too long, but that's not a big deal. Next, out of nowhere, Neville has earned himself a United States Championship match. No idea how, no idea why, but thank you for making it happen. This match obviously is not the epic that I think some people were thinking it was going to be when they saw Neville and Kalisto. And I think this kind of goes back to what we saw with AJ Styles and Chris Jericho on Monday. This is a classic TV match. Classic TV match. This was the match that you would see early on in a rivalry or a feud as a television match. Now, it could even be less than that, but I don't know. The way they did not really go balls out in this match, they didn't really hit a lot of their main moves. Even the Selena del Sol was a little bit modified. I think that kind of tells me something, that there's something more here. The only issue is the crowd was dead. And that's an issue throughout the entire night. They were piping in noise the whole evening, man. It was ridiculous how much they were piping in noise, man. It was insane. And apparently, the attendance for this SmackDown was not very good. Now, I don't know. You could tell from the camera angles that there's certainly some validity to that. The way that they were not hitting certain camera angles or holding angles where you could see where there were dead spots in the crowd. But, I mean, it got to a point, especially at certain times, where there was clapping segments. You could hear clapping, and then you could see in the background that nobody was clapping. So who the fuck's making the noise? They were piping it in. This match was one of those where there was just no noise. No noise. They hit some good moves. I think these two have, if the chains are off, then these two can go out and absolutely tear the house down. And I'm excited for it. We did get an insane Super Frankensteiner, which got no reaction. That's got to be the first time in my life where I've seen a Super Frankensteiner get no reaction. Just none. It was a decent match. There was a couple of really good spots. Obviously not as good as we think that these two are going to be able to put together in a while. The question is WWE going to let them continue this feud after they just got dead no sold on SmackDown? We'll see. Next we get the highlight reel. Nothing special here. We kind of knew what was going to happen, with Reigns, Ambrose, and Jericho. Chris Jericho, baby! I am the Ayatollah of rock and rolla. Dean stole the segment for me, the entire segment, even with when the Wyatts came out. He stole it. He was funny, bringing out a plant. You could see, my man, all of our mans, Roman Reigns trying to help with a stool. It was okay. I'm not going to shit on Roman too much, but the end of the segment where he was talking to Wyatt, God, Reigns really showed once again, keep this man away from a microphone. We've heard of the pipe bomb before. Maybe that needs to become reality. Maybe you need to actually give him a bomb, and if he goes off script, if he goes too long, if he starts inflecting improperly, blow the fucking microphone up. I don't want to hurt him. Just blow it up. Just goodbye, microphone. And we can keep a count of how many microphones Roman Reigns murdered. Roman Reigns is a microphone murderer. He murders them and their microphone families. He goes to their beds and finds them when they're sleeping and slits their fucking throats. Roman Reigns needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law for microphone murdering. It's terrible. Terrible. It's a heinous crime. Only you can prevent microphone murder. That's right. So the Wyatts come out and it just turns into a 6-man tag ending. No. We're tired of 6-man tag endings. 6-man's return. Then we get, for some people, it's going to be a high of the night. For some people, it's going to be a meh of the night. AJ Styles and Curtis Axel with the Social Outcasts. Social Outcasts come out. They talk a bunch of shit on AJ Styles. Curtis does his thing, draws out AJ. AJ comes in, hits some really classic AJ moves. Really good stuff. It's just seeing how good AJ is. First, you're like, man, why hasn't he been here forever? The second, it's like, man, I'm wondering if he's a little bit hurt. He does seem to be taking some of his bumps a little bit hard on his back. Like, I think that there might be something wrong with his back, but these are just small nitpicks. The man's fantastic. The shit that he hits is unbelievable. And, of course, what everybody was waiting for, the Styles Clash. And I've actually read a lot of places, and I think even in this chat, about how people are underwhelmed with the Styles Clash. Well, I got to be honest with you. Styles Clash sucks. It's not that great of a fucking move. It looks weird. It looks strange. The fact when I remember when I was hearing all this stuff about the Styles Clash being the most dangerous move in the business, and I'm like, how? It's the only reason why it's dangerous if the person who's receiving it can't take the move properly. That's why I was just like, but it's not a crazy when he does it from the middle turnbuckle, then that move is sick as fuck. But it's a cool move, but it's certainly not this like transcendent thing that everyone's like, when he hits it, babies are gonna sprinkle from the sky and angel dust. Yes, not dust from actual angels. No, PCP angel dust is gonna fucking go all over the crowd and everyone's gonna be like, bah! None of that happened because the move it's a nice finisher, but it's certainly not like, it's none of that. It's none of that. Yes, that was me splooging. That's actually the sound I make when I splooge. I should probably talk to a doctor. Probably. But I like the match, and I like him hitting it. I think that it's kind of telling that they put it on Curtis Axel first. If there was any danger, if there was any questions about using it or not, which I don't think there was. I don't think there was any danger of using it, you know? I don't think there was a conversation like, maybe we shouldn't let him use it, it's dangerous. If there was, Curtis Axel is a good guy to have it being put on. And not because they're like, fuck Curtis Axel. No, because Curtis Axel is a goddamn professional who knows how to take just about every move. And he sells really well. He knows how to bump. He knows how to take just about everything. So it makes a whole lot of sense. I don't think it was a punishment for some people are saying it's a punishment on Curtis Axel that he had to take such a dangerous move. No, I don't believe that. It's telling of what they believe in Axel's ability, even though if they don't want to put him on the upper echelon, the big pedestal, they obviously think a lot about him. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So after that, I think people calm down about the Styles Clash. It's alive. It exists. It's good. And I'm just excited to see more AJ because he's so fucking cool. Come out with that music and the look. He's so cool, man. He's the coolest guy in WWE right now. He's just cool. And I'm excited that they're handling him correctly. Next, we got Charlotte and Natalya. There's really not a lot to talk about this match because it was not a bad match. It was a very solid match by two wrestlers who know how to wrestle with each other. Natalya looks better than she has maybe ever. Physically, she looks like she is healed. Like someone put their hand on her head and said, Natalya, I take this devil of healing, or I take the devil out of you and you are healed. Natalya, I will put the spirit of your ancestors. Go back to the dungeon, Natalya, and we will heal your soul. And that's what they did. They healed Natalya's soul. Bam! Child, you're healed. And she looked great, man. She did a really good job in this match. I thought there was some really good back and forth. There's something here. I would love to see this match again with a little bit more gusto. Let them go even more. I thought it was a good fight. Charlotte gets the victory with the figure eight. She tries to put the hold on again. Becky Lynch comes out and makes a save. Obviously, Becky is not done with this situation, and I'm cool with that. You know, I'm cool with that. I'm a happy guy there. After that, we got another hilarious vignette. R-Truth and Goldust. And this was a whole stretching thing outside, getting ready to run. This was hysterical. Goldust and R-Truth need to be together. I think not only can they be a decent tag team, but they are really good together comedically. They have a great vibe together comedically. Very, very funny. And they're both old as shit. They don't really have anything else. And so that means they have nothing to lose. They're not going to get put in any major storylines. So they should be very, very receptive to this tag team because, man, those two together can really do something. And it's pretty exciting, man. I'm really, really excited to see these two get a shot because I think they're going to get over. And it's going to be an old tag team. I think an older tag team is going to get over in this modern day because they're so fucking funny. And that's going to be fun. I'm excited for this. It's going to work as long as they let it go. It's going to work. Finally, we already kind of talked about it. Let's get to the main event. Wyatt family versus Ambrose, Reigns, and Jericho. Chris Jericho, baby! Which was, like I said, the wrestling aspect of it wasn't a bad match, but everything else about it was. It just feels like there's no point. There's no purpose. There's nothing to it that really makes sense. Like, why are we watching this? The only thing that I could say is Morio did a great job of calling this match when everybody else was shut the fuck up. That's the thing. there's something there with Mario, who's a great commentator because he's so goddamn legendary at what he does. Danny310, I'm going to answer this question really quick, and then I'm going to get back to finishing the copious amounts of notes. Danny310, why don't you do Lucha Underground reviews? I'll tell you why. Because I watched Lucha. I watched this episode that people were saying, it's so amazing. I watched last year's Lucha. Lucha fucking sucks, okay? It's a goddamn joke. It's a travesty to wrestling. You want to watch these wrestlers try to fucking act? You go ahead. It looks terrible. The wrestling, I mean, I'm watching this thing and I'm like, well, let's give it a shot. Let's really give the wrestling a chance. Because if the wrestling can sell me, maybe the rest of it will draw me in and I can get over some of the bad acting and the bad vignettes and all that. And Vampiro being a psycho, weird, whatever. Maybe I can get over that. And then him biting somebody's neck out. Maybe I can get over this, okay, right? That's the plan. So I'm watching the wrestling. They're having a woman, Evilise, go over multiple guys. I can't, look, I get that we're in a women's lib era and women can do anything men can do. Professional wrestling, I can't see women beat men like that. It just absolutely makes me insane. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no fucking sense. Just kill me. Somebody put a stake to my fucking brain. How about the Mil Muertes, who I do like, by the way, but he's very, very limited. We talk about limited big guys. He's a limited big guy. Mil Muertes is up there sitting there like he's Shang Tsung. It looks like the Mortal Kombat 1990s television show. That's what it looks like. It looks like the 1990s Mortal Kombat television show. The whole damn thing. Danny says, LOL, wow, you can't deny that it's different from any other wrestling company, though. Yeah, it's different, but different doesn't mean good. Fuck, I'm different doesn't mean I'm any good. Fucking me sitting here farting through my armpit would be fucking different. Doesn't mean it's any good. If I sucked sugar through a straw in my asshole, it would be different, but it wouldn't be good. Some wrestling fans are so fucking desperate for different that they're going to be willing to accept something this fucking terrible. This fucking terrible. Lucha Underground is hysterically bad. There are some great wrestlers down there. Ricochet, John Morrison, Rey Mysterio. I like Mil Muertes and Helico. There's a whole bunch of guys that I like, and I like Lucha Libre wrestling. I used to go to Mexico and watch real Lucha Libre wrestling. I like that shit. But this, with their long setups and their only one little area of a splash zone where they do their spots, I can't get into this. It just does nothing for me. And then on top of that, the fucking vignettes and the acting, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's just god awful. I can't deal with it. So there you go. There you go. That is my Lucha Underground report, and that's all I got, because I can't continue to talk about Lucha because it makes me want to kill myself. You guys can like Lucha all you want. I don't give a shit, but I will never get on board with this. I just can't. Unless things change, unless it changes, unless the bad acting stops, and all that. You want to talk about bad acting on Raw? We crucify Roman Reigns because he can't deliver a line. And you want to talk about Lucha? You motherfuckers. All right, let's get back. Now, more awfulness. Let's talk about the main event a little bit more before we start taking calls. The main event was crappy overall. You know, it's now I'm all pissed off. Now I'm all angry. Now I just want to drop elbows. Thanks a lot, man. I want to beat people up. And Enrique Vieira, Dave, do you play PS4? I don't have a PS4. I don't have one. I'm poor. I don't have an Xbox One. I play all my games on Steam. Whatever I play, it's on Steam. All right. Danny310. It's not worse than TNA, at least. Actually, yeah, it is. I take TNA over Lucha. Fuck it. Eat me. I don't give a fuck. My opinion. Right hand upper corner click. That's it. All right, here we go. Open up the calls here. You guys can call in on 702-751-2902. and David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA on Skype. Go ahead and call on in. And let's talk about SmackDown and tell me what you guys think of the show. And then I'll get out of here because I'm tired. You guys let me know what you guys thought about tonight's show. I'm excited to hear from you guys because it's time. It's time to open it up. You guys are my manses. You're my boys and gals. So let's jump right into it. And I had a call and you left. All right. So I'll leave. Oh, Daniel Hoover says, I'm going to buy you an Xbox One, Dave. Go ahead. I'll take it. And some people will be like, no, fuck it. I'll take it. And I'll play the fuck out of that thing on air. Okay? Let's get into it. Tony Hall, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Not much, man. I actually watched SmackDown, and look at the good spots. Like, you heard that? Did you hear about Sasha Banks? She left. She leave Team Bad. She's on her own now. You heard that? That's rumor going on.
What the hell are you talking about?
Sasha Banks. Sasha? When Team Bad, when all she did.
She left Team Bad, so what? Yeah.
And she left the group. She's on her own.
Yes.
Yes, she did. Yes, she left.
We knew that on Monday when she came up by herself. We were pretty sure that was the case.
Well, I'm going to say that the match between Neville and Scalise, the best match I've seen. They're just going at each other. You know,
that was the best match you've ever seen.
What do you think of it? To be honest with you,
it was okay. I mean, it wasn't. Those two, they held back. They didn't really hit any. I now I think you're trolling me, bud. I can't. You just said it's the best match you've ever seen.
I'm sorry.
Well, no. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion. I'm not hating on you. I'm just like I can never take anything you say seriously.
I got the match between the women. I see this why Charlotte and Natalya were fighting for what? For wrestling, and here comes Becky comes in there fighting with her and all this. She ran. Charlotte ran off, and they didn't do nothing. You know, she is for the matches. I want the real. What's that? I got to think on there the top of my head in a minute. The women's championship. Why did the Eagle with that butterfly bell? All this is not women watching. You know what I mean?
I don't know anything that you mean right now.
I'm sorry. I'm just put a little calmer. How's that?
What's your rating for tonight, Tony?
The main event stinked. It's the worst.
That's not a rating, Tony.
I give it.
Tony, that's not a rating. Give me a rating.
My rating is gonna be how about this? I'm gonna go better one for you. How about this? 4.5.
Okay.
This.
All right. Appreciate
your
rating.
What do you think of it?
What's that?
What's your rating?
Mine, I'm around about a 6.5.
6.5? Maybe
close to a 7. I didn't think it was a bad show. I thought it was a pretty good show. And overall, I thought there were some bad spots, but not a bad show at all. You're a crazy guy, Tony. I know. You're a crazy guy.
I am.
I appreciate the call, buddy.
No problem, man.
Take it easy. Tony Hall, the indecipherable. Matt J, you're live with Dead on Dave. Well, what you got?
Big Show's face again. Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
It's pretty awesome.
I don't get this company anymore. I don't get this company anymore. I really don't.
Oh, I get it. I get why. They think that he's still a spectacle, and it's you know
who's a spectacle? You know who's a damn spectacle, and he wasn't on the show tonight? Kevin Owens. He's a spectacle, and you're not doing jack with him, and you got this asshole like the Big Show turning face for the 500th time. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I really don't, man.
I don't get it either. Like, I don't know why Kevin Owens isn't on the show, why some guys are not on SmackDown and some that are on all that. I don't get it either. But this is what they do. This is what they decide to do. This is where they always go with it. And until there's another brand split, which I do think needs to happen, we're going to keep seeing shit like this where they're like, okay, who can we put out there to make a save? Big Show. And it just makes me want to punch myself in the face. I just want to punch myself right in the face.
I just don't get it. I really don't. But other than that, I thought SmackDown was fine. I didn't think it was as good as Raw.
No, it wasn't. Raw was actually Raw was really good. Raw had epic moments to it, man. One of the funniest moments I've ever seen on a wrestling show happened on Raw. The whole Rock thing. It was hysterical. Hysterical. But yeah, SmackDown was a little underwhelming. It wasn't bad by any stretch, though. There was some decent parts to it. It's just I'm tired of the tag teams. I'm tired of the 4-on-4 and 3-on-3. I'm fucking tired of it, man.
Every main event on SmackDown has to end in a DQ, apparently. So
yeah, I don't get that either. It's like, oh, let's continue to just no finish. They don't need a finish. Fuck them.
my favorite match of the night, believe it or not, was actually AJ and Curtis Axel. I thought that was a decent match.
It was a little short, but it was a good match. I like seeing those two guys go. Look, I want to see AJ fight everybody. I want to see AJ fight you. I want to see AJ Styles fight everybody. You know, that's
yeah. I mean, they are out of their minds if they don't put him and Owens in there for WrestleMania.
You need to go talk to a doctor about your Kevin Owens dependency.
I don't like seeing the guy get treated like this. I really don't. He deserves so much more.
That's funny.
I mean, you go from beating Cena in your first match to facing Jack Swagger on main event. It's weird.
Kevin Owens he's not living that bad of a life, man. I mean, maybe he's not winning all the goddamn time, and he's not a champion yet or anything like that. But there's some obvious big things coming for Kevin Owens. I don't understand. I don't know why he lost on main event to Jack Swagger. I'm sure there's something to it. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But who knows? With Kevin Owens, you just never know. That's the one thing about Kevin Owens. The only thing that's sure with Kevin Owens is nothing's for sure. So, what's your rating tonight, Matt?
6. It was okay.
What's a fuss?
Yeah, 6.
6. Yeah, there you go. Hey, I appreciate the call, Matt. You got any final thoughts before I let you go?
Could I touch on NXT really quickly? Because you didn't go live last night, so.
No.
I apologize for that. I will see you next time.
No, why? I didn't go live. I couldn't. I wasn't physically able to go live. I'm so sorry. There was some disdain in your voice there. You didn't go live. You didn't go live on NXT, you fat fuck. Why didn't you go live, fatty?
I just wanted to get my thoughts out there.
All right, you got 30 seconds. Give me your NXT thoughts. Go.
I'm just going to talk about the main event. Wasn't a fan of Corbin tapping. I think he's one of those guys that shouldn't tap out to anybody. I already know what's going to happen for the next few shows. I read the spoilers, and I'm going to give that show a 5.5.
Ooh, yeah, I like the show, actually. The tap didn't bother me the way that they did it. It's all about execution. Anybody's going to tap in that situation. Anybody. You know what? It's good.
That Nia Jax match was so bad. It was god-awful.
That was one of the worst women's matches I think I've ever seen. I'm not even exaggerating. That was a fucking abortion. It was terrible. I agree. But, hey, thanks for the call, Matt.
Peace out.
Peace out. Haven't heard that one in a while. Peace out, brother. Peace out, my brother. Let's take a caller. Unknown phone number. You're live, Dead on Dave. What you got?
Oh, what's up? I forgot to unblock my number. Shit. Anyway, what's going on, Dave?
Let's crack a lacking, man. What you got for me?
Nothing. I know why I feel like they put Big Show out there. I heard something that Kevin Owens may have got injured. I think something with his leg, so they could probably build him up for the IC title with Ambrose at, Fastlane?
Who, Big Show?
Yeah.
Big Show came out his face. He's not going to be taking on, Ambrose.
Yeah, I think he's going to turn heel.
That makes no sense because he was just heel. If that happens, if it happens, I'll fucking do something crazy because that makes no sense. Makes no sense. But hey, you know what? It's WWE. Nothing makes sense. So okay.
Yeah, nothing makes sense, and SmackDown doesn't make sense. I really hate SmackDown. I watch it sometimes. Tonight I watched it. Monday Night Raw is my favorite. SmackDown has never been because it's just boring. just
I don't
really
know. I didn't think it
boring.
was that bad tonight, man. It wasn't too bad.
Well, I did like the AJ Styles match because I like him. He's a really good wrestler.
I want
That's
to
the
see
only
AJ
match
fight
I kind of
everybody.
like.
I want to see him fight everybody. I agree.
Yeah, but I heard that Owens might be injured. They're saying he might be injured, though. Something with his leg.
I haven't read that. I have not heard that, but you never know.
Yeah.
Never
All right,
know.
Dave. All right, Dave. I'll talk to you later, man.
What's your rating, buddy? You got a rating for tonight?
A 2.
Okay, fair enough. All right, have a good night, buddy.
All right, peace.
Take it easy. Interesting. 901, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? 901, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Going once? Yeah, no, I'm not even going twice. Get out of here, 901. Fix your shit. You're going to call in. Fix your shit. You got to keep it tight, as Xavier Woods would say. By the way, how about a little love for Xavier Woods' footwear tonight? He was channeling the Iron Sheik with that footwear. It was wonderful. Sal, my copious graphics guru, he's live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, man?
If
How's
you
it
talk
going?
about the Big Show, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Well, I was actually going to start off with Kalisto and Neville.
Yeah, it was an interesting match. You can tell that this was not. They weren't going for broke.
Yeah, no. When I saw that on the card, I was like, that's gonna be a great match.
It's gonna be
But
epic.
it reminded me of Beast from the East when Jericho went up against Neville. It really seems like at times they hold Neville back. On this one, it seemed like they told Kalisto and Neville to not really go all out, just kind of do a few spots here and there and just get it over with.
Yeah, I think this was more of a teaser. This was to get the pussies wet, you know. They hit a sick move. That Super Frankensteiner was insane. I think that there's obviously a lot more that can happen here. It could be a fantastic feud. It's just it just kind of came out of nowhere. I'm like, all right, Neville gets a U.S. title. All right, cool, let's go for it. Why not?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them in future matches. It should be good.
I have a feeling because it's interesting that the first match Kalisto has for a title defense is against another small guy like Neville. I have a feeling we're going to see those two go up until Fastlane, and after that, I would not be surprised if Neville takes it or if Kalisto retains, that either one of them is defending against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Because AJ with either one of those would be redonkulous, and it would make a lot of sense from a booking standpoint if you want to protect and really make AJ look phenomenal. Those two guys are certainly guys that could do it. You don't have to worry about him picking up these huge, massive people that he's had to hit moves on. Curtis Axel's so damn tall. Chris Jericho made him look small. I mean, like, put him in there with guys like this, and it could be interesting. Plus, AJ Styles is U.S. champion. Yes, please.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great. Also, overall, I thought SmackDown was pretty bad.
Yeah,
I wasn't really.
I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was nothing phenomenal. I'm going to keep using that word. Phenomenal.
I guess to me, what really kind of made it even worse was the fact that just all the pipe didn't sound.
Oh,
it
God,
just
wasn't that bad?
It was just it made it just seem really, really fake. It just seeing the hearing the sound and then seeing the crowd in the background, it just really made me focus in on that instead of obvious, the matches.
Yes.
But other than that, I know that you were really excited to see the Big Show come out.
Oh yes, the Big Show made me so happy. Yay! I hate you. I'm gonna punch you right in your suck hole. You're lucky that you don't.
Finally,
I love you.
Finally, you and Pittsburgh can get along. You know, your main guys turn face, and now they're handshaking, they're bro fisting and all that.
I'm so excited. I really hate you. I really, really do. You know, I was like, oh, why did he make me a graphic for tonight? He never makes me a thumbnail, so you can stick the fucking Big Show in there. Good on you.
Yeah, definitely. But my overall rating for Raw, I think I have to give it a 4.5 to a 5 around there.
I'm somewhere around this. I'm in another range area. I said 7.5 just to fuck with Tony Hall earlier, but I'm around a 6.5. I think it wasn't that bad. Somewhere around a 6 to 6.5.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. So
Hey,
you
I
get some
appreciate
other
the
calls
call,
in.
Mr. Sally Sal. You gonna be hanging out tomorrow when I go live for the very first ever Friday Night Scares?
Oh, definitely.
You put so much work into this that you have to be. You're invested now.
Yeah, definitely.
You're invested. All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right.
Sal, everybody, my copious graphics guru. Make sure you go check him out at White Death Graphics, man. He's the man. 901, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? 901, you're live. I'm not taking a call from you again because you don't know how to turn on your fucking microphone or something. Or you don't know how to speak into the fucking phone. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it ain't working. I want to just elbow drop when I get that shit. Don't waste my precious time. Let's take old school Matt. He's not just a Matt. He's an old school Matt. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
I gotta say, man, SmackDown tonight was bad, but not for the usual reasons.
Yeah.
If a SmackDown is bad,
I don't think I don't think it was bad. I think bad is a harsh word. That's just my opinion. I do think that there was production issues tonight. I think that took away from the show more than usual. I think that the commentary was an abortion. I feel the piping in of the audio was horrible. I fucking hated the fact that we kept getting weird angles because they didn't want to show the dead spots in the crowd. There was things like that, you know.
Oh, and on the subject of commentary, as someone from Tennessee, I speak for all of us when I say I apologize for Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, I can't deal with Jerry no more, man. I can't. He is awful. He really is awful. He is just horrendously bad.
I can deal. I can deal with JBL and Michael Cole.
Yes. But I can't deal with heel Lawler because he just makes no sense. He's factually inaccurate just all the time. And then you hear things like Corey Graves on NXT last night, and you're like, oh, this is so good. Because Corey Graves is so good at he's the only guy who really knows how to be a straight, real heel commentator nowadays. You know, it's JBL, he is a weird heel commentator because he's not full heel commentator. He does go by the honor code sometimes because he's a legendary wrestler and all that stuff. But he's still mainly heel. But Corey Graves, he gives it, man. I love him, and I don't know what the fuck King's doing.
Honest, as I said before, no one in Tennessee does either.
Mm.
It's sort of like Elvis.
He's from Tennessee.
King is like Elvis in his later years. It's not entertaining anymore. It's just sad.
Yeah, I don't know. Elvis was still entertaining when he was fat.
But as far the commentary, but the piped in sound, I'd have rather taken a dead crowd.
You can't have that. Look, I hate it. I hate that they're doing it, but I understand why. They can't have a dead crowd. That's not an option. They can't do it. So USA would be like, what the fuck? So they can't do that. So I understand why they're doing it. It just sounds and looks like shit. What else you got, Matt? Goddamn dead spot, Matt. Come on.
So,
get out of your fucking hearse and talk.
I was really glad to see AJ sort of hit his stride tonight, though.
You were just glad that he hit the Styles Clash. Don't lie.
All right, I admit it. I like seeing the Styles Clash.
I knew it. You're one of the Styles Clash guys. He's going to hit the Styles Clash. Nah, he didn't have to. And it's not. That was not a fart. That was my chair. That was my chair, folks. I claim my farts. You know that, but that was a chair. Chair, you're pathetic. That was a pathetic chair fart. Chair, fucker.
I mean, he had a decent match with Jericho on Raw, but it didn't feel like AJ was really being AJ.
No, I felt he was. I feel that he was a little bit nervous on Raw, which is understandable. I think they were feeling each other out. I also feel that they were wrestling a certain type of match, and that's another thing of it. Tonight, there was no agenda because there's not a long-term feud, so they just kind of wrestled, and AJ kind of got comfortable, and so yeah.
And this I want your opinion on. Would you like to see AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania?
I'd like to see AJ Styles against anybody at WrestleMania. But I could see that being a good match. I don't want to see him against a particularly big guy, I got to be honest. And Dean is so tall. For a WrestleMania match, for his WrestleMania match, I want to see him go against someone like Neville, someone like Kalisto for the United States Championship, where I think it would be really, really special. You put him in there against someone that's that much bigger than him, where he might struggle hitting some of the moves, just because size is size at the end of the day. You can't teach size, and you can't overcome size sometimes, unless you're Rey Mysterio or Evil Lee's on fucking Lucha Underground, who apparently can beat up anybody, which makes me want to fucking barf out of my asshole. But no, I'm trying to calm down. Calm down. Oh, by the way, in this Usos whoa thing, I want to fucking chop off their hands. It's so annoying. Oh, I'm tired of the Usos. Tired of them.
Would it be better if they went full heel?
No, because they're not heels. Reigns, you could see Reigns go heel and it would make sense. The Usos, no. They're boring. They'd be boring as heels. They'd be even more boring as heels. They're boring as heels. They're boring as faces. They're just boring. That's it.
I gotta say, I was laughing my ass off of the Goldust and R-Truth thing.
That was great. Golden Truth. Let's make this happen. We need Golden Truth, no question.
Gold's Truth versus New Day.
That'd be cool. First, I want to see Cass and Enzo versus the New Day. That's what I want to see. But there's a lot that's happening. A lot of people are being rumored to be coming up after WrestleMania, and there's so much things in the works. It's going to be very interesting to see where the WWE goes over the next couple of months. I think this is going to be one of those times where the time after WrestleMania could be really, really exciting, because it's going to be a transition period. There's going to be a lot of new talent that's going to be coming up on the main roster, and it's going to be awesome. I'm excited about it. Last remarks, thoughts, quips, qualms, ratings, whatever you got. Now's the time, Matt.
I'll give you. I just have one question and one question only.
Let's go.
Who wins at Fastlane?
All of them? You want my predictions?
No.
What match?
No, just the triple threat match.
Oh, there's no question. It's Roman Reigns. There's no question. He's the only guy who can win, because the Wyatts are taking out Lesnar, and Ambrose is going to take the fall. There it is. It's unfortunate, but that's what's happening.
All right, that's all I needed, man.
All right, buddy. Take it easy, and thanks for calling in.
Anytime, Dave.
All right. Gun Cannon, you're going to be the last caller of the night, because I'm tired and I'm in a lot of fucking pain. I'm really having a hard time getting through this show. What you got for me?
Well, I've decided I'm going to put up a change.gov petition to get rid of Lawler and replace him with a lampshade.
Yes, a piggy bank, a lampshade, a Tickle Me Elmo doll. I don't give a fuck. I agree.
And if they'll take the other guy too from NXT, that would be fantastic. We can replace him with a shovel.
Yes, we can do that. We can do that.
And here, I'll help you out. We can even take the shovel and hit Big Show in the head and give him the concussion that will permanently leave him out of the roster. Who do you want to replace
from NXT?
What's his the other commentator?
I like Tom Phillips. I don't have a problem with Tom Phillips.
What's his name? I can't. He's so irrelevant. I can't even remember his name.
Tom Phillips and Corey Graves, who was on NXT.
No, he's the other commentator, not the new one that we got for.
Oh, you're talking about Byron Saxton?
Yeah, Saxton.
Yeah, he's awful. He's really good at backstage interviews, though. Really, really good.
Yeah, I'll give him that, but get him off of there. I don't care.
Enrique Vieira says, Dave, when I call you, I am talking, but you cannot hear me, though. That's not my fault. It's not my fault I can't hear you. I can hear everybody else. That means there's something on your end. But it's okay, Enrique. I appreciate you trying to call in. And when you figure out why it's not working, call back in again, and I'll take your call. And go ahead, Guncan. What else you got?
Divas match wasn't bad. I mean, there's been worse.
No, it wasn't bad at all. No, I
Yeah.
actually liked the match, man. I think Natty did a great job tonight. She looked fantastic. She looked.
They need to.
She looked.
I think they
fit.
need to start pushing her more. Yeah. Well,
She's been hurt. I mean, that's the thing.
yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, the fact that she bounced back and she's doing this well with, what is it? I think that's like her third, maybe fourth match under her belt on TV
Yeah.
since coming back.
And this was like
That's-
the first time she really got to go, too.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really good. Styles match was fantastic.
I pumped the brakes on fantastic, but yeah, I do think it was good.
Well, I see the reason why they would want to wait or use this, and this is horrible to put it this way, why they would put the Styles Clash on Axel instead of somebody, a little bit more up. So if it is something that's going to injure somebody, which you said it yourself, it's not going to.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the better people to do it because you can put them on the shelf for a very long time and no one's going to
That is not. I'm going to stop you right there. Because that was not anywhere near the reason of it happening. Like the WWE would have to be disgusting fucking whore pigs, and nobody would work for them if that was ever the case, and that was ever a discussion. Curtis, you're irrelevant. So if AJ could potentially break your neck, it'll be okay. No, Curtis Axel took the first Styles Clash because they trust Curtis Axel, because the only person who is in danger are the person that does not know how to take a move properly. And Curtis Axel does. AJ has never injured anybody with the Styles Clash. Anyone who's ever gotten hurt in that move is because they can't fucking take the move properly. They don't tuck their chin. They fucking they don't put their head right, and they got their fucking neck broken off. That's not AJ's fault. That's the person on the bottom's fault. And they knew Curtis Axel wouldn't be that guy because I think they have a lot of respect for him and they know his ability. He's a great, great worker. I cannot begin to believe for a second that it was because it's okay if he dies. It's okay if he dies. It's just Curtis Axel. No, I can't believe that.
Yeah, and when I saw the first live video, somebody putting it up, I mean, naturally that was my first thought. But then, yeah, it makes sense as far as to that. Main event, horrible.
Yeah, pretty bad. Only got worse.
I'm so sick of tag teams and then 6-man tags and then, hey, let's throw the Big Show in at the last minute.
God. This is what will save it. Let's give him the Big Show. No. Someone kill me. Oh, my God. Yeah, it was really bad. Not a good main event. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. How can you raise the suck level? I'll put a gigantic guy in there with him. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Overall, rating-wise, I'm going to go right around 5.5, maybe a 6.
Yeah, I'm around 6.5. I'm right there, too. It's just... It wasn't fantastic. In fact, the longer I'm talking about SmackDown, the more I'm souring on it, to be completely honest. But I don't think it was a terrible SmackDown by any stretch. Just was kind of like... That's it.
Yeah. Now, I did have one question... Yeah. Now, I did have one question for you. What did you think of the announcement that Shinsuke is going to NXT and not the main roster?
It surprised me, but I don't think it's going to be a very long stay down there. This is a huge match. I have spoilers. I'm giving everybody spoilers right now. If you don't want to know what Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be doing and when he is going to be doing it and where, cover your fucking ears, mute me, whatever, because I do want to talk about this really quickly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shinsuke Nakamura, man, he just got announced that he will be at the NXT TakeOver Dallas. That is the show 2 nights before WrestleMania. This is NXT's WrestleMania, and he will be taking on Sami fucking Zayn, which of course lets everybody know the rest of the card for it in a lot of ways. And they already announced the rest of the card for that show because they've all been filmed up until that show. So I'm pretty excited about that potential, and I don't think that he needs to be down there very long. He's Shinsuke Nakamura. They want to get a gauge, and that's why he's making his debut at a huge event like that, because if he gets a ridiculous response, he'll be showing up the next night with Samoa Joe, who's also being rumored to make his debut on the Raw following WrestleMania. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the can't miss Raw.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I agree. What else you got for me, Gun Cannon?
Well, that's about it. I mean, like I said, SmackDown was okay.
It was all
I mean, following up the fairly decent Raw, so
It was all right.
not a bad showing. Not a bad showing.
It was all right. That's about as enthusiastic as I can get. It was all right.
Yeah.
But hey, I appreciate the call, Gun Cannon, man. You're the man.
Yeah, not a problem. Take it easy, man.
Take it easy, my friend. Gun Cannon, everybody. Gun Cannon. Gun Cannon. All right. Well, I think that's about going to wrap it up for tonight. I hope you guys had a good evening here at Dead on Day Productions. Sorry that I may not sound like myself tonight. I am in an awful lot of pain. I'm honestly just trying to get through this shit. I've been missing Tommy's show all week, which I feel terrible about, but I'm trying just to do what I can. But speaking of Tommy's show, that's Shot from the Point over at Shot from the Point. It's the most badass hockey podcast, and not just hockey anymore. It's wrestling, it's video games, it's all kinds of good stuff. Go check out Tommy C. Shot from the Point. He had a really good week of shows. Epic moment with Matt Kazar and his sister yesterday. Make sure you go check that out. In the Crease with Tommy C. Also, go check out Jeff the Huff Huffman on Grand Slam 87. He's getting hate fucked for his video that he did today. Go check that out because it's amazing. Yeah, make sure you check out my man Real Talk the Metaphor Messiah over on SoundCloud, and you can also buy his new album Black Mozart over at www.realtalkthetruth. Oh, I forgot the goddamn name of it. Oh God, having a really bad day. It's in the description box where you can find that CD. Okay, make sure you go get that. Also, just go check them out at www.realtalkthetruth.com. There you go. Oh, I'm gonna Hadouken you all. I just got asked if I'm gonna do Pokemon tonight. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here in Germany. I don't know. If I can lay down and go to sleep, that's what I'm gonna do because I'm in pain. If not, it wouldn't be a shock to see me play Pokemon. We'll see. Thank you guys very much for hanging out, and we will be live tomorrow night playing Fear 3. Bandcamp. It's at bandcamp.com. Jesus Christ. Fear 3. That's the Real Talk thing. www.realtalkthetruth.bandcamp.com. There. Fuck. I'm like Ryback. Fear 3 tomorrow night on the first ever episode of Friday Night Scales. Gonna be a lot of fun. Really excited about you guys coming to check that out. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Day Productions. Dead on Day Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious, people. Peace.